and I'm not even going to try to chase what Joe Tan's doing. I'm very impressed, and you're right there. Just know this. I'm very impressed with how far you've taken it. It's amazing. One thing I have noticed, and I will admit, is that when you get away from working on the Drumometer, I try to get with it as much as possible. When you get away from working on it, it's just like anything else. If you don't lift weights, as you can see, I'm totally have been. But if you get away from like lifting weights or doing sit-ups or anything like that, you're going to decrease your, the flexibility or your mass of lifting, or pretty much you're not going to be in shape. So Joe Tan is a perfect example of somebody that gets on this, nails it all the time. And right now, because of just life things that are going on, I hit it as much as possible, but I still know that it takes the endurance part of it. The first 30 seconds are not easy, but it's kind of, okay, here's a 30-second mark, I'm doing great. But as soon as that 30 seconds goes by, you may get 500. But then that next 30 seconds, you may get like 300 because your arms and your stamina. Now the only thing I'll say is, like, I think there's two ways of doing it. Without even turning the pad on right now, I'll just try to utilize pretty much all my fingers, even my index and thumb. And the thumb will be forward, so I get a nice pivotal point with my index, so it's an actual pivot. So an exercise I'll tell people to do is just actually hold the stick like this and actually just utilize their muscles within their index. And now you can feel the tendons and things moving up here, but you don't want to overdo it, get tendonitis, and then it's done. So it's all in moderation. But first of all, I'll try to build up a single stroke, because a lot of trouble I've run into has been making it a clean single stroke. So, for example, I'll start off just doing 16th notes, and then I'll turn them into 30-second notes going up the ladder. So I'll do, right? I'm just using the bass drum to kind of hold quarter notes. And again, I'll do that for a little bit. I'll do wrist. There's wrist. You can see I'm moving my wrist on individual strokes. And then my fingers now, where my wrist is not moving. And I know my time right now is lousy, but still. And what I'll do from there is do like 8 or 2 bars, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and kind of try to speed up a little bit. Okay, but being able to now put those together. Okay, so up the ladder slowly, you're just going to do right, then left. Okay, now we're going to build up 30-second notes, which is going to be then left. So it's alternating. 3, 4, left hand, right hand, speeding up. I'll stay right there. Just to try to keep it clean and even. Now I'll add 2. And so on. So when you get it going, it makes the roll not sound, flammy. You get an actual and I am not worried about right now about being high off of the actual drum head. I'm just trying to work out the muscles. And Joe Tan, would you agree that in doing this, it literally is the time that you put into it is going to allow you to get more endurance, correct?
Yes.
And, okay, so it's technical in the sense of trying to understand how the sticks lay, and I'll sit on the real feel pad and literally just try to. And then I do an exercise that I call the Sacramento sprinkler, which is like, reminds me of going by the soccer field, the sprinklers going off in the summer, those, like high school sprinklers. So you've got the slow motion, and you'll know what I mean. It's like, doing it, right? Or both. As I said, it's a little tired, but and the other exercises I'll do is just try to do that with just wrists, just to, and that way I'm actually utilizing the actual stroke motion of the wrist. So sometimes for muscle groups, you get tired, right? As soon as you can't just go out and run it, sprint a mile. And that's the same thing that I apply to this. It's like control, CRE, control, relaxation, and endurance. If you're tense and you're trying to go fast, it's just going to, I think, wouldn't you agree, Ron? It's hard. If you try to like actually get chops going on a drum set, if you're tense up, all your muscles are going to stop the stick from moving. The more relaxed that you're going, practicing, the quicker it's going to go. The more that you rely on getting closer to the head, the less motion you have to work with. So that's why I'm amazed with what Jotan's doing. Closer means obviously the faster it's going to get to the head and off the head. The further, the more you're working, so the less that you're going to strokes you're going to get. So trying to do different just exercises of dynamics from piano, and then I'll raise it just to try to get power, and then back down. But try to, and you'll see that the stick will like almost run out of steam because there's not a lot of rebound. So I'll try to just work on that. Okay, so the other thing is, there's the drumometer right there, meter box. So we have the seconds on this side here, which is equals to, it's almost like repetition, all right? So what I do, first thing I do is 99 seconds. Now, not 99 seconds, and I don't know, Jotan, you have many different exercises that he does, and I mean, it's all awesome. And that's the one thing that's great is we're not like behind the scenes fighting or anything, you know what I mean? It's, we're friends, and I think that a lot of people go, well, are you out to, you know, nail out this record, or are you mad that your record's beat, or no, this is totally fun. It's like a challenge for all of us to figure out pushing the limit of it, and that's the one thing that I have to say about this invention, is that I don't think that we even realize that we can take our single strokes, let alone, because a lot of times drummers will just, how's your rolls doing, Bobby or Judy? They're good. Okay, let's hear your doubles, and they do them. You're like, all right, that's fantastic, keep going. And how's your single strokes going? We're good. Check them out. Because everyone thinks that there's no, you know, with rebounding, doubles are a lot easier. But with this, and finger control, or stick control, it takes a lot of, I mean, different endurance and practice to get it to be equal. So one thing I found is, I laid off from this after the video thing happened for VH1. I laid off from it and kind of to experiment with like what it means to hit it hard for a week. What a huge difference it makes. The week that I did it before the VH1 Guinness attempt, it was every day with Boo, and it also helped to have somebody. Helped to have somebody like actually coach. Go, come on, you know, do it. It sounds funny, but because you start breaking down your muscles, you start breaking down your ability to do it, and with somebody helping you out, it's like pushing it, just like the big guy or girl going, one more, and you're like, oh, at the gym, and they're using their pinky going, it's all you, and you're going, yeah, sure it is, I'm over here, Toothpick Jones over here, you know. So reset the button, and now what I do from here is go the opposite way. So what I'll do next is just try to not even go for as fast as I can, just try to do control in 5 seconds. Not that, whatever, great, but see, that's the thing is just doing it. And I'll do that a couple times, reset it again. Okay. And I don't want to do it too many times because I'll get tired. Yeah? And one more thing. Jotan, do you agree that sometimes it's like a horse? If you get out of the gate, sometimes you can totally mess yourself up. I mean, if that first little is not there, your whole thing can go down. And then also that 30-second mark, you can get discouraged looking at the box and it's like 490. For me, I've been having a hard time lately getting to over 1,000 on a regular basis, where I used to be able to just get by it when practicing, and now I'm like at home going, I'm doing it. It's like 980. So it doesn't lie. That's the good thing. And you know what's really awesome is I've had the same pad for the past 4 years, and the trigger's never failed inside. I recently got the newer one from Boo, but I haven't had to even really use it because it hasn't broke down. I'll do one more little thing, and that's what I've been trying to work on is getting it towards consistent. I mean, I admit some of mine you'll hear like, and then it goes smooth. So who knows? And there's also a lot of tension too when the folks are around. I'm sure you would agree, guys, Tim and Jotan. On TV last time I dropped my stick, so you never know what's going to happen with what you're doing. But here we go, 5 seconds again. That's what I'm talking about. Keep that going. No, 99. Now, Joe Tan, are you able to do like 100 in a second? Yeah, that's amazing, folks. Give it up for him for being able to do that.
In a second?
In a second.
In a second. 10 seconds.
Oh, in 5 seconds. No. 5 seconds.
5 seconds?
Probably, yeah, okay. So you don't know 100 in a second. I said 100 in a second.
New world record!
So then the next thing is, I'll do what they're talking about. Sorry, is a second. And then I'll be finished after this, guys. I'll try to do a 60-second run for fun, but I don't even know if I can get over 1,000, to be honest, but we'll try. But here's a second. Now I'll do what I call kind of like sprints or whatever. So I'll just and let it run out. So 21. All right, last little, 21. 22. 22. So 22, I can't really do much more. How about your same?
I was trying to do what you was doing. I don't know how you're doing that. That's 1,200.
I can't hold it though. Okay,
that's
perfect.
What I was trying to do. And that's amazing. When he's doing it 22, I can't do it. I try to do it.
You can do it. Believe me, look at your score.
I was all night trying to get that, man.
But I try to get, I don't think I've ever been able to go above that, but I try to get consistent. And watch, here's the last thing I'll do is, after we do this one more sprint, not really spurting. All right, so here we go. Basically, here goes. I'm going to blow it. That's 21. Okay, that was horrible. That's what I'm talking about. 22. 22. Gosh.
Come on, Johnny!
Come on, 23! 23! Oh, sorry. See, that's the bummer is when the crowd's like, get down! Come on! Get a little tired. Come on, one more in there. See, that's what's amazing. I can't even get 23. All right? All right, here we go. See that? All right, here we go. Nope, 21.
Be the pad.
I'm going to try to be the pad.
You are the pad. He is the pad.
Nope. 22. I can't believe this. All right. Yep. All right, let's just, now here's an example. I can get 22 pretty okay. That's good English there. So now what's what happens with 2 seconds, right? It'd be nice to be able to get 44, wouldn't it? I doubt it, because that's what I'm trying to prove here. 1 second, and then 2 seconds, you get it up to that whole minute. You don't think about it, but holding the 20, I mean, that'd be great if I could just, oh, here's 1,200. All right, let's try to get 44. 42, so I'm down 2 already. 43. All right, I'm gonna stop now because I don't want to die out. I'll try to do 60 seconds, but watch what happens. I'm gonna do it one time, and the magical part of it is it really doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
It's for fun.
It's for fun.
Take it a second at a time.
All right, come on, second at a time. Here we go. 22 every second.
All right, there you go.
All right, here we go. Now I gotta relax. Yep, that's gonna cost me a little penalty on Johnny there.
Oh, Johnny, come on.
Going to wrist. Now this is the problem, folks. We got 45 seconds left. I'm already feeling the burn. I don't even know if I can get. See, I'm gonna relax.
You can do it. Oh yeah, Johnny. Oh yeah, here we go.
Come on, go. Hurting.
You only got 27 seconds to go. 25.
Now I'm going to wrist. Now this is the problem. I'm gonna have to try not to calm down and get my wrist to go back into action. See, I'm losing control of the sticks. This is the problem. This is when endurance matters most. That's what I'm talking about Joe Tan. They hit it hard. Let's at least get above 900.
Come on, Johnny. Oh yeah, 9. Go.
Could we ask you maybe 3 to 4 questions?
Yeah.
Okay, can you tell us some different grips in which you feel produce the most speed?
Yes, for me. Obviously, I think that almost the French style grip, which is pretty much thumbs up, like you're shaking somebody's hand. Okay. The reason I do that is it allows my fingers This is where I'm holding between my index finger and my thumb, and my fingers can now utilize this. When I'm over in more of a, is it German? I don't know the
Mobile.
okay. If I'm doing, top of my hand is facing up, I don't have a lot of control this way, I don't feel. So I just flip it over. How are my socks doing? Nothing like white socks and black shoes, folks. Anyway, so fingers, I'm able to utilize them like this, and I also call this the mouth. I try to keep the mouth open instead of closed because that little, like, whatever that muscle's called, gets very sore and in the way. So keep the mouth open, and then do exercises with this grip of the, as I said, the index, then move the middle, then just the index and the ring finger, and then the pinky. Pinky does not have much control, but then all of them together. Okay? So French, this way. You can also do one French and one kind of the Dave Weckley type of thing and use the top two and use that type of thing, you know, as a, but I'm not that good at that.
Okay,
Right.
another question for you.
Yes.
What did you do to prepare to break the first Guinness World Record?
I would always be over at his drum school at the time, and we'd sit there, and he'd say, try to break 1,000. The first goal was break 1,000. And we would sit and have hamburgers and stuff or whatever, and then run on the pad, and he'd go, we just keep running and running and running, and then each week I would try to get to a point, and we would just, as friends, sit there and work on it, and pretty much try to set a kind of a benchmark for everything, and that was it. I mean, just practicing, and then like, that's what was so cool about it. It was like a rewarding thing. I think it also helps students be able to get a kind of an incentive to practice, like, you know, go do your homework, get past, you know, 100 beats in 20 seconds or something. It's great.
Have you seen a difference in speed from using different sizes of sticks?
Totally. And today, unfortunately, I did not bring all my little arsenal of like 7As and 5As. These are just 5A olive Johnny Rabb sticks. And what I did for the record was I started with marching sticks, warming up, okay, because they're thick. And then I went down to 2B and all the way down the ladder. So for those of you that are not familiar, the kind of alphabet for sticks, if you will, the marching are usually like very thick in diameter. And when you come down to the 2B, it's like a rock drumstick, Tommy Lee, Ricky Rocket style size, or some drummers enjoy them just in general. And then getting down to more standard, you know, sizes like 5B, and then 5A, which is this diameter, and then 7A is like a jazz stick or thinner stick, and I believe that the record was broken with a 7A because what had happened is the lighter the stick, sometimes I get out of control with it. If I don't have any weight behind it, I can't control it because it's too light. But that day I was able to use, and also ball tip is what I used because it was just, I was able to move it faster. I don't know if today I can go faster if I had 7As or not, but I'm using 5As, so hopefully that answers it. So yes, it matters.
What's your favorite usage of the Drumometer?
Honestly, my favorite is just trying to see where I'm at. In other words, as a measuring device and trying to help students. I teach some junior high and high school students that have never even worked with single strokes. They think obviously doubles is what we learn, and they use that, and it's like if you're right-handed, the left hand's weaker. Their single strokes are weaker, so I use it for the students. And I just try to play little games with them. 10 seconds, you know, let's go ahead and do this warm-up together. It's a visual aid and a kind of a lie detector test of how you're really doing.
Is it possible to break 1,200?
Yeah, totally. I totally think it is. In fact, that's another thing to speak about is the use of a metronome with the drumometer. Now, the cool thing is that the drumometer, I believe, will be known as a form of metronome. The generic term metronome, at one point in time, soon, the drumometer will be called, it's already called it, you know what I'm saying, known to everyone. Oh, I know what the drumometer is, yeah. It's that device that, like in other words, as standards of metronome. So, in using a metronomic marking, I will like do the calculations, which I'm a total mathematician myself. And I will use metronomic markings to figure out which quarter note you have to be at 16th notes, and it's ridiculous. And there's one thing I've been working on real fast, and I don't even know, is obviously this whole molar thing. And I've gotten it to where there's the triplets, you know, that thing. However, I can't do it clean. And then also I've noticed that if you rebound the stick, obviously you're letting it bounce twice, right? But if you actually, I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it's kind of cheating. I'm trying to get that smoothed out so that can actually be 16th notes and then interweave the other left hand in there. I don't know how, okay? So, I don't know. But I think that he will be the first person, or Art, to break the barrier on that one. Yeah.
Do you have any other comments for us?
I think that's, I probably talked a lot to everybody and probably annoying you all. I think that, appreciate you asking the questions. I think that this is the most valid teaching tool that's out there for improving your endurance and chops. And for those that think it's not, then that's cool, because there's a lot that this is going to do. It's going to go further. So I just want to say that again, friendly competition. That's the biggest thing. We get a lot of rumors about if there's a press release about Art doing something when he first broke it, and then Jotan doing it, and Tim with the feed, or Johnny's mad now. That's stupid. Boo doesn't like Johnny anymore.
He went insane.
Yeah, he goes insane. So I'm just saying, if everyone realized, and there was that big fear of that the competition, this takes the fun out of drum, and I don't want. It does not. This adds the fun to it. You all have. You agree? You're interested.